Could not believe it. They brought up WACK100 and 6ix9ine in Durk's hearing. Now, this is insane. So they were basically arguing over a certain exhibit, like whether or not it should be allowed to be used. And they pretty much... Okay, so just got out of court. So I'm here at the federal... All right, so I'm here at the federal courthouse in LA. All right, so I'm here outside the courthouse. I just saw Lil Durk's last hearing, and there was a lot of really big information that just came out. Now, I'm going to do a bunch of breakdowns of all the information, but I'm going to hit you with the craziest piece of information that came up first. I could not believe it. They brought up WACK100 and 6ix9ine in Durk's hearing. Now, this is insane. So they were basically arguing over a certain exhibit, like whether or not it should be allowed to be used. And they pretty much said that there was a podcast clip of the 6ix9ine and WACK100 interview that they basically wanted to use. The defense for Durk was fighting for it not to be included, and this is what's crazy. Now, look, before I get attacked, before I get in any trouble, okay, I'm not saying WACK100's a snitch or that he's cooperating or that he's part of this case. Same goes for 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine's not cooperating against Durk. He's not part of the case. But the interview between WACK100 and 6ix9ine was brought up. The feds are planning to use it as evidence. Evidence of what, you might ask? They're saying that it is evidence that this podcast where 6ix9ine was talking his shit against Durk, talking about, yeah, slide for Von. He said that dudes were going to slide. If I die, we're boosting the murder rate. Dudes are going to slide every day. All of that stuff. They're basically saying that this was evidence that this podcast blew up. It was one of the biggest aspects of the Slide for Von campaign. The feds literally just said it themselves that 6ix9ine and WACK100 on that podcast, that was like the all-star team of the Slide for Von campaign. They're saying that people, they were basically saying that, you know, they said that a confidential witness had claimed that Durk had seen the clip. Durk's defense were arguing, no, they hadn't said that he'd specifically been sent the clip, but he acknowledged that, you know, the clip was going around. The clip was a very popular, you know, element in the Slide for Von campaign that was going on. And they pretty much explained that, like, the confidential witness is going to testify that Durk either saw the clip or was aware of it, and that basically there was a conversation basically saying that, like, this whole 6ix9ine WACK100 conversation was, like, very, very negative to Durk's mindset. It was a big part of why he wanted to go and Slide for Von. When people are saying, you know, they talking online about Slide for Von, I know they trolling me. That's what they were talking about. They're saying that this is one of the instances, this is one of the most famous and popular instances of people saying Slide for Von. And it was when 6ix9ine sat down with WACK100 talking all kinds of craziness about what Durk should or shouldn't have been doing on that podcast. It was crazy. I can't believe it. I'm going to give you more breakdowns of everything else that's going on after this. But yeah, this is out of control.
Okay. So, you know what I'm saying? What we're doing right here is I'm just giving a quick little breakdown of, like, just a few pieces of federal information where Wack's name has been mentioned. You feel me? So first you have, excuse me, this Slide for Von situation. Now that comes from, let me see where this comes in at, because that's a DJ Academics interview. Let me see. DJ low slide for Von. Let's see what comes up. Slide for Von. Let me see.
Let's listen a little bit to what
I'm looking for.
Jake was.
Let me see.
So the contents of the phone that they can find right now is screenshot of the messages discussing TL.
Let me see. That's what I'm trying to find. Let me see. Let's look at the videos. Do I have to look at this whole interview for this?
Hey, okay, I see you eye level, baby.
Okay.
You think that this old thing now is go to the police? You hear how stupid
About
that
street
sounds?
rap.
Only time, listen, the only time that I can see.
I'm not going to listen to this. We can go find it on Say Cheese. I'm sure. Boom. Here it goes. Shout out to Say Cheese.
Let me just get this on my chest. They know it.
Hold on.
They know the exact same. I'm not bringing this off topic. Let me just get this on my chest. They know the exact nigga that put a fucking 10 bullets in King Von and he died there by himself. Why nobody slid for that nigga? I don't see you on Instagram saying, yo,
First of all,
go
I'm gonna be
slide
real.
for that man.
Listen.
Y'all know what y'all saying? Yo, y'all
King
want this
Von,
nigga
I don't
to
know.
crash
I'm gonna be
out.
real with
Y'all
you.
want no.
Hold on.
That's
Hold on.
you know what I'm saying?
Wait, hold
if
on.
I go hit
Hold
the
on.
nigga that kidnapped me,
Hold on.
why this nigga not shooting
Let
the
me
nigga that
be real
killed
with
King
you.
Von, nigga?
Let me be real with you. I
don't see you on Instagram saying, yo, Durk, go slide for your man.
I discovered King Von.
No,
when
I don't
King
want to talk
Von
about King
died.
Von.
So
Why
I don't know. I don't know no politics.
On nigga kidnap
And
me?
listen,
Why is this nigga not sliding on a nigga?
well, how
who
you
killed
know
me?
what they doing? Just because it ain't publicized on social media, how you know? How you
so
know?
How you know? If we didn't have this conversation, how you know I didn't? They know the exact same. I'm not bringing this off topic. Let me just get this on my chest. They know the exact nigga that put a fuck.
When
I don't want to talk about
King
King Von. Why don't protect the fucking football and don't let it fumble, right? Why the fuck would I go out there? You right. If I was cut from the same cloth.
So this is the interview that is now being used in the Lil Durk indictment with the feds. So let's get into this. It's the academics from Academics Off the Record with WACK100 and Takashi at 6ix9ine. These are all people who niggas swear to God are informants in our industry. This is not gonna help.
You cut from that.
This clip right here that I found, appreciate it though, bro.
You say you cut from, I would have went and did it myself, right? But the same way you call me out, they know the exact same. I'm not bringing this off topic. Let me just get this on my chest. They know the exact nigga that put a fucking 10 bullets in King Von and he died there by himself. Why nobody slid for that nigga? I don't see you on Instagram saying, yo,
First of all,
go
I'm gonna
slide
be real.
for that man.
Listen.
Y'all know what y'all saying? Yo, y'all
King
want this
Von,
nigga
I don't
to
know.
crash
I'm gonna
out.
be real with
Y'all
you.
want no.
Hold on.
That's
Hold on.
you know what I'm saying?
Wait, hold
if
on.
I didn't go hit
Hold
the
on.
nigga that kidnapped me,
Hold on.
why this nigga not shooting
Let
the
me
nigga that
be real
killed King
with you.
Von, nigga?
Let me be real with you. I
don't see you on Instagram saying, yo, Durk, go slide for your man.
I discovered King Von.
No,
when
I don't want to talk
King
about King
Von
Von.
So
why
I don't
is Durk
know.
not sliding
I don't
for,
know no
I need
politics.
to slide on a nigga who kidnapped
And
me?
listen,
Why is this nigga not sliding on a nigga
well, how
who
you
killed
know
me?
what they doing? Just because it ain't publicized on social media, how you know? How you
so
know?
how you know? If we didn't have this conversation, how you know I didn't try to get that man shot numerous times?
It's crazy that this conversation is being used against Lil Durk. And this is just, one of many things that we're going to go over this afternoon, as I'm just pretty much just showing you guys, waxing a lot of different people federal paperwork. But let's keep going with this.
It ain't no trying. It's about what you did do or didn't do. And I wouldn't expect you to do it.
So what is Durk doing? He's not doing
How
shit.
do you know?
How do you know that I didn't shoot at that nigga?
We know. You know it.
No, but
your eyes tell me you
didn't. If we didn't have that conversation, how would you know?
Bro, we all know. You do know that non-trade gangsters. You know what that's affiliated to, right? You do know what Jim Jones came to get his state, right?
You think you're doing this like the politics.
No, I'm not.
That's what he thinks.
No, Wack, look me in my eyes.
Because I don't know nothing about King Von's situation.
If Durk was right here, look me in my eyes. Do you think Durk is a killer? Look me in my eyes and tell me, is he a killer?
The Durk I know.
Yeah. Tell me, is he a killer?
The Durk I know.
Yeah.
Right? The Durk I know.
You taking too long.
No, listen.
He's not a killer.
Listen.
A nigga looking like, yeah, nigga.
Listen. I'm going to tell you what Durk is. Let me tell you what Durk is.
You put me in the same
Let me tell you what Durk is.
I tell you. You
got Durk will whip your ass, 6ix9ine. Durk will whip your ass.
Make the call right now.
Whip your ass.
No, I'm saying make the call right now.
Let me tell you what Durk is. Can I tell you what Durk is? When you done talking, I'm going to tell you.
And it's crazy because Wack's telling us what Durk is, but is he telling us, or is this again another formula of open source reporting? Now, I can't say that Wack is open source reporting because nothing has been used against Durk yet, but this conversation is coming up. It's showing to be a problem. It's again another overt act that's showing character the same way the situations keep coming up with Big U. I just want you guys to see all the similarities. because this situation is flamorous, and I got another one coming right up. So we're gonna just continue to rock and roll with this. With a few times that WACK100 is mentioning different federal indictments and federal paperwork.
What Durk is? Go ahead. Durk is from Chicago.
I don't give a fuck about these Chicago niggas.
He's from where he's from. Hold on.
He's from New York niggas is stumping in Chicago.
Listen, he's from where he's from. He's from where he's from, right? He's authentically who he is from where he's from. He was not placed over there because he was a rapper and he could do this. Because we watched Durk start and fizzle the fuck out and go away. 4 or 5 years. He moved to New York at one point in time, trying to get back on. Then he came back, right? So Durk is definitely an entertainer, but he is from where he's from. You and Durk are not the same. You and Durk are not the same. We don't know what Durk doing.
Are you saying he's invalidated because you don't feel he was in it from the get-go?
Definitely was.
Yo, wait, I said, is Durk a killer? Look me in my eyes and tell me that.
Hold on. We personalizing the Durk, but we can get to the point before. I think the point was
wait. We don't talk about who's killers.
Wait.
We don't talk about those kind of things.
Wack.
Hold on, bro.
No, Wack.
See, what you gotta understand is you can't drag me into your definition of being gangster.
No, Wack.
Those things you're talking about.
And it's crazy because neither one of these dudes are being gangster in this exact moment. But that's the clip on Lil Durk. I want to slide into this real quick. Let me get in here right here. Let me get into this real quick. Now, this is Wack coming up in another federal indictment. This is a dude, Scrap. He's an Armenian mobster. And I'm going to hit the fast forward on this one just so we can kind of get through it because we have more cases to bring you where this dude's name just continues to come up. But let's show this real quick. Shout out to No Cap Network.
Yeah.
Subscribe button.
Say with this one. Yeah. Pressure hit different when your words get questioned. Your next move better be your best move.
That what company or Rolls Royce in my community into my company that I'm lying about an audio that he has on Clubhouse. WACK100.
Here we go right here. Okay, my bad. So this is first Wack is trying to tie Pop Smoke's unalivement to the Armenian community, and then now these same people were hit with a federal RICO. So let's get into this real quick.
Came into my comments and said, I'm lying about a not.
When your words get questioned, your next move better be your best move. You can't hide when the truth come looking for you. No cap, yeah, we stand on proof. What you say gon' follow you.
WACK100 came into my comments and said, I'm lying about an audio that he has on Clubhouse in which it led to some arrests in my community. I'm going to play the clip in a minute, but this is what he said. This guy is a liar. There's a Rolls Royce that was not returned to the Armenian people, and that raised an issue. Nobody said what company or city, so whoever got raided is their business. They can't keep up with me, so they make up lies, fake lies.
Whoever got raided. This is, again, coming from WACK100's 100 show page. Whoever got raided. Feds involved.
Where's the work? The work is online. Where's the work? It's the new modern way of snitching online. I'm going to play the clip that you're saying that I'm lying about so I can refresh your memory, and then we're going to get back to it.
Wait. Pop Smoke had that street. That's him thinking he playing, not understanding his jump. He thinking, because niggas ain't niggas, you can play with them. Right. That's like he didn't understand his jungle. He playing with them boys over there in Glendale, not understanding you don't play with them boys over there. You can't take something from them Armenians and Persians.
Who is it? The Armenians and Persians. Where are they in Glendale? So now this is going to show outside of Big U. We're going to get into that. Outside of Little Durk, we just got into that. Wack is now getting into it with the Armenians. And for whatever reason, however, he's doing the exact same thing and using the exact same tactics against them.
And don't think you ain't going to get touched.
Oh,
Yeah, you cannot.
Oh, you talking about when that
Let it go. Look, bro, we got that right?
Wait, hold on. That's what I wanted to hear. So the people in the chat or the people on Club, I was saying let it go, but hear what Wack says.
Oh, you talking about when that with that
Let it go. Look, bro. Look, bro, we ain't got to let that go in what it is, right? So listen.
The street dudes call themselves trying to be loyal to Wack, saying no, let it go. Wack says we ain't gotta let it go. It is what it is. Talk about it. Let me open source report.
When they called me,
like he opened his mouth.
When they called me, right? I'm on tour in Europe. They say, yo, Wack, we putting them at a Airbnb, a crib in Hollywood.
Slim, pause the tape right there. So we got Scrap, voice from the Armenian community, responding direct to Wack.
Ordered like 15. That means 50 niggas know where he at, right? I called in. I say, yo, y'all better move to y'all.
So we don't want to hear Wack's Blue Flammer. Let's hear what the Armenian guy has to say about the case that Wack has that leads to these guys getting raided.
Right.
I don't need to lie. I don't make money here on YouTube. I don't want the clout. I make more money than you, Adam, combined together. Let's get that out the way. Second, the person who owned the Rolls Royce was Russian, Ara. He was not Armenian, and he made a police report himself, stating that his vehicle was stolen. He was a snitch, the guy you're talking about. You're telling me a snitch made a police report and then sent somebody to kill Pop Smoke. You keep on saying you didn't mention the city or the rental company to make it seem like you weren't specific about what's going on. But everybody knows that Armenians are in Burbank, Glendale, North Hollywood, Pasadena. The rest really don't even count. And there is only 3 to 4 different exotic car rental companies that are Armenians. The feds don't kick off an investigation just because. They don't. There has to be somebody talking, saying something out loud. And when there is enough people talking about certain things, serious things, only then they start looking into it. This turns into a chain reaction. Put it this way, bro. If 3 of those rental companies are completely legitimate, but one of them had nothing to do with Pop Smoke, absolutely nothing, but you have diarrhea out your mouth. But that one company has dirt under their belt. You now have opened the door for these guys to make an arrest. This is just the modern day of snitching. What paperwork are you talking about?
So again, this dude, this Armenian man, is just breaking down how Wack is, just putting people in flu flammers, skullduggers, and extremely larceny situations.
There is no, bro. This isn't 1990. And by the way, this led to a snitch to snitch reaction that led for a bunch of different Armenian organizations being arrested right around the same time Big U got arrested. Stop saying, show me the work. This isn't 1990s. The work is online. Snitches have found new ways of snitching. They don't even have to sit down with the feds anymore, bro. They just upload something on YouTube and the feds will give you the wink, looking at a screen, and say, I got you, bro. I got you. And by the way, it's never okay to sit down with a rep. That 6ix9ine thing.
It's crazy. Even this guy, whenever this came out a few years ago, mentioned not a few years ago, a year and a half ago, a year and some time ago, he even mentions a 6ix9ine situation. For it to come up today in Lil Durk's indictment a year and a half later is incredible. So it just shows that everybody is aware of the way Wack's been moving. Everybody's clear about the way Wack's been moving. But for whatever reason, he's been allowed to just kind of like shimmy and shake all through, within our spectrum.
You can't hide behind the business card. I have several.
I believe in this clip, there's also news footage from the actual federal raid. I think that was at the end, though. Let me see. Did he have it in here? I could be wrong. I thought there was actual news footage. No, there's not. No, here it is. Yeah.
Nothing back.
Raids. One in the hall.
Yalla.
2 dramatic morning raids. 1
FBI raids. Federal indictments.
Yalla.
2 dramatic morning raids, 1 in the Hollywood Hills and another in Burbank. Federal agents making arrests and seizing evidence in connection with a far-reaching investigation into Armenian organized crime. 13 people were taken into custody on a range of charges, including attempted murder, kidnapping, and fraud.
All right.
Okay, so that's that. Let me see. Let's see. So this was the first interview from No Jumper to be used against Big U. And this is where the overt act of him allegedly threatening to snitch, when Wack keeps trying to say, no, it was on a wiretap, it was on a wiretap. Well, the overt act comes from a wiretap, but Big U being charged with the assault that he's now being charged with in the federal indictment comes from this interview right here, because WACK100 gives a full confession of how, in his words, Big U assaulted him. So let's get into this.
You know I'm allowing you to question me right now, right?
I appreciate it.
Because you did some punk shit the other day. See, the only difference is you usually do what you did the other day sitting over there in London somewhere, right? And you're not here, right? It's a lot of places you can't go. You send Adam something as if it was a clip of something I did I wasn't supposed to do.
No, he sent me a screenshot of a page from the indictment.
Okay, that's cool.
Where Big U was recorded on a wiretap, basically
receiver.
saying that he punked you out with a whole bunch of people, and it had
no,
a
it was a
quote
receiver.
that he attributed to you, but it
well,
wasn't an actual video or recording. This was Big U's version of events.
Hold on. You're the receiver. So since you read everything, right? Tread lightly with this, because I've been telling myself for the last couple minutes not to really do nothing to you, because I know what you was trying to do.
Okay.
So since you so thorough, did you read what Big U said he did to me? No, either you gonna play smart or dumb. Did you read it?
Yes. Can I say one thing?
So did you read what Big U said he did to me? This is a confession from a victim, because what he is going to describe here is literally why he's named as a victim in the case. Is everybody keeping up with me? Chat, let me know if y'all keeping up with me. Just say, I'm with you. That's all I need to know.
Can I say one thing in my defense first?
That's the bullshit and the real shit.
But can I say one thing in my defense
I
first?
just want to know what you read.
I feel like stuff that Adam said that he put source on top of it. I just sent him an image of the indictment and said, have you seen this? You went in the room and you said a bunch of stuff.
No, you said in that page.
Added on.
You said in that page. So I'm asking you, just gonna let me know where you at with me.
Mm-hmm.
Did you read that and did you use your brain to understand why and why not? So I'm a dude that just violated Big U like no other human being, right? Violated him.
For sure.
2-3 years, right?
That's such a claim to fame now that Big U is like the ultimate bad guy of LA.
No.
Him being able to say that he violated is like him saying he went up against Al Capone.
No.
To tell the tale.
No, you got to remember, I don't see Big U the way y'all see Big U.
How do you see Big U, Wack?
Big U done sat on my couch with his head down, scared straight in situations where he needed our help at. I don't see him that way. A motherfucker who I had to pay rent and help take care of his family, who then sat on my couch and said, help me.
So again, he's now alluding to have had so much information and so much insight on Big U and his family life. It then again makes you wonder when it comes back to the situation with the story with Future, when this unnamed associate is coming, why wouldn't it be Wack, considering his own admission, and now considering how he's telling the story as if, you know, thick as thieves.
I don't see that dude as that, right? But if you read that, right, it says we was 15, 20 deep, right? And we caught him. And he was by himself, right? You do know I jumped out on them. You do know I wasn't walking. I'm in a car with 800 horsepower in it, right? I'm very capable of whatever, right? You do know my homeboys was adjacent to them, but they didn't even, that they had no idea they was there, right?
The Henny Man.
Right?
That's new information.
You do understand that, right?
Yo, I'm here.
He's
Big
streaming.
No, this is my fault.
Big Ack, how you living? Oh my God.
Now
he's
we
in here
got
with a
Mount
360
Podmore right here, bro.
Hello,
We said
hello,
you in the
Shay.
middle.
How you doing? First time meeting.
Come on.
IRL.
Hold on. We got to get to this right here.
He's trying to pack
Sit
out
down. We on
Trapper
some
right
bullshit
now.
right now.
I'm
Yeah,
getting
we
pressed
need a
as we
judge.
speak, Ack.
Hold on.
We need someone to litigate this
No,
situation.
hold on. Watch this.
I'm glad I'm here at ground zero, man. This road, the indictments.
Watch this. So let me give it to you, right?
Smell like police
Let me-
donuts up in here, man. I brought my badge too. Yo, I said this stuff.
And here, Academics comes in playing. But listen what Academic says.
So let me give it to you, right?
Smell like police
Let me-
donuts up in here, man. I brought my badge too. Yo, I said this stuff.
I brought my badge too. And it's crazy that Academic says I brought my badge too, because as we just saw in the previous clip, it's his interview that's being used in a little Durk indictment. I don't know.
Fan Avengers. They got me.
Yo,
They
not
got
Fan
Adam.
Avengers.
They got
No,
Black.
Mount Podmore.
Shout out to the new
No
recruit,
Fan
Remo.
Avengers.
He the undercover.
So
He
listen.
the worst
Yeah,
undercover.
yeah.
ever.
Hold on. Let's
No,
get back to
they
it,
said
right?
the undercover had a stutter.
Oh, the undercover had a stutter.
We're eyeing up
Actually, no. Won't you read it?
Look, I just
No,
feel
I
like
want you to
I
read
feel
it.
like
No,
I
I
will
want
read
you to
it.
read it.
I'll read it.
I want you to
I'll read it. Can
read
I say something
read
before
it.
I read it? Because it's
Read
very
it.
important.
I
Context.
want you to read it.
All right, I'll read
I want
it.
to see how
I'll
smart
read
you
it,
are.
and then I'll give what I thought of it, and then I'm
Go
going to
ahead,
repeat
read
what
it.
Adam said about it.
Listen,
But
I
you
want a
spun it.
dramatic reading.
You spun it crazy.
Yo, read
I want you to
Before
read
y'all
it
get to that-
dramatically.
Hey, third, y'all out there?
Yo, before y'all get to that,
I'm gonna expose something
Don't bring
Trap Lord Ross is not being allowed to speak at all.
that I
Pacoima
never
out.
exposed.
yo, Wack.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm so glad you're my friend because all your options go to jail, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Wack, I'm so glad you're my friend because all your ops go to jail. There it goes.
All your ops, everything that don't like you, they going down in the ball of flame, man.
I'm a legal
Yo,
guy.
Wack's my
man.
friend. I'm telling you.
Go ahead, read it. Read it.
Henley,
I'm on him for doing his weird shit. Go ahead.
Henley recounted to victim one, and this is on a wiretap, right? So bear in mind, this is very important. This is Big U bragging about doing this on a wiretap to somebody
On
else,
the phone.
not
Go
knowing
ahead.
that he's being listened to, right?
Read it.
Henley recounted to victim one an incident in which Henley and Rolling 60s gang members chased down WACK100, attempting to hurt him. Quote, "There's 15 to 20 dudes with us with hoodies tied down."
Now, is that not exactly what Wack just corroborated in the beginning of this interview? He started saying, it's this many people. You got X amount of people, blah, blah, Woogie Bam, all this and all that. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. He just, hold on. Let me see. Y'all remember the timestamp 4:30.
Fame now that Big U is like the ultimate bad guy.
You're the receiver.
Y'all
You
remember
know
the
I'm
timestamp
allowing you to
4:30.
question me right now, right?
I appreciate it.
Because you did some punk shit the other day. See, the only difference is you usually do what you did the other day sitting over there in London somewhere, right? And you're not here, right? There's a lot of places you can't go. You sent Adam something as if it was a clip of something I did I wasn't supposed to do.
No, he's sending a screenshot of a page from the
Okay,
indictment
that's cool.
where Big
You're
U
the
was recorded on a
receiver.
wiretap
You're the
basically
receiver.
saying that he punked you out with a whole bunch of people. And
Hold on,
had a quote
receiver.
that he attributed to you.
Okay,
It
hold
wasn't
on.
an actual video
Hold
or
on,
recording.
hold on,
This was Big U's version
Hold
of
on,
events.
you're the receiver. So since you read everything, right? Tread lightly with this. Because I've been telling myself for the last couple minutes not to really do nothing to you because I know what you was trying to do. So since you're so thorough, did you read what Big U said he did to me? No, either you gonna play smart or dumb. Did you read it?
Yes. Can I say one
What
thing?
did you
Can I say one
find
thing
in
in my
there?
defense
That's
first?
the bullshit and the real shit.
But can I say one thing in my
I
defense
just want to know what you read.
I feel like stuff that Adam said that he put source on top of. I just sent him an image of the indictment and said, "Have you seen this?" You
No,
went
you said in that
in the
page.
room and you said a bunch of stuff.
No, you said in that page.
Added on.
You said in that page. So I'm
That
asking you, just don't let me know where you at with me. Did you read that and did you use your brain to understand why and why not? So I'm a
Okay,
dude
I'll
that
say
has
yes.
violated Big U like no other human being, right? Violated him.
Sure.
2-3 years, right?
That's such a claim to fame now that Big U is like the ultimate bad guy of LA.
No,
Him being able to say that he violated is like him saying he went up against Al Capone.
No,
and lived to tell the tale.
you gotta remember, I don't see Big U the way y'all see Big U.
I know.
Big U sat on my couch with his head down, stared straight in situations where he needed our help at. I don't see him that way. A month ago, I had to pay rent and help take care of his family, who then sat on my couch and said, help me. I don't see that dude as that, right? But if you read that, right, it says, We was 15, 20 deep, right? And we caught him. And he was by himself, right? You do know I jumped out on him. You do know I wasn't walking. I'm in a car with 800 horsepower in it, right? I'm very capable of whatever, right? You do know my homeboys was adjacent to them, but they had no idea they was there, right?
The handyman.
Right? You do understand that, right?
He's screaming. Big Jack, how you living? Oh my God.
Right here, bro.
Hello, Jack. How you doing? First time meeting him. IRL.
Hold on, we got to get to this right here.
He's trying to pack that shop right now. Yeah, we need a judge. We need someone to litigate this situation.
Hold on, watch this. Watch this. So let me give it to you, right?
I said this the Fed Avengers. They got me. They got Adam. They got Black.
No, Podmore.
Shout out to the new recruit Remo.
Oh, he undercover.
So listen, hold on, let's get back to this.
He never had a stutter.
Oh, undercover had a stutter.
Actually, no, what you read?
Look, I will read it. I'll read it. Can I say something before I read it? It's very important.
I want you to read it.
I'll read it, and then I'll give what I thought of it, and then I'm going to read what Adam said about it.
I want to say
You find it crazy.
I want you to read it.
Hey, third out there? I'm going to expose something that I never exposed.
Yo, I'm so glad you're my friend, because all your officers go to jail. I ain't gonna lie. All your officers, everything go like you, they go down the ball of flame, man. Yo, Wack's my friend. I'm telling you.
Go ahead, read.
Henley recounted to victim one, and this
I guess it wasn't as far back as I thought it was. But let's keep going. My bad.
on a wiretap, right? So bear in mind, this is very important. This is Big U bragging about doing this on a wiretap to somebody
on
else,
the phone,
not knowing that he's being listened to, right?
Read it.
Henley recounted to victim one an incident in which Henley and Rolling 60s gang members chased down WACK100, attempting to hurt him. Quote, there's 15 to 20 dudes with us with hoodies tied.
Right?
That's such a claim to fame now that Big U.
I really do nothing to you because I know what he did to me. What did you find?
Image.
You know where you at with me. I'm a dude that hated him.
For sure.
2-3 years.
Him being able to
head down, scared straight and sit you the way y'all see Big U.
I know.
Big U sat on my couch with his head down, scared straight in situations where he needed our help at. I don't see him that way. A motherfucker who I had to pay rent and help take care of his family, who then read that, right? It says, we was 15, 20 deep, right? And we caught him. And he was by himself, right? You do know I jumped out on them. You do know I wasn't walking. I'm in a car with 800 horsepower in it, right? I'm very capable of whatever, right? You do know my homeboys was adjacent to them.
Okay, yeah, so you're corroborating what I was talking about at the 4 minute and 30.
Tied down. I got my hoodie on, all black, tied down. She like, boom, she jumped in the car, paid for.
This is incredible.
Redacted. And then took off. Boom, this dude screaming. My wife, drawers. I see you, Eugene. I see you. Eugene Henley, I see you. He's screaming all of that. He's got his blower. His blower's out.
Allegations.
But he's messed up. I gotta read the whole thing. But he's messed up. Because nobody's around. We like, bitch ass dude. I'm like, yeah, bitch ass dude. He's like, something. He's like, redacted. Die here, man. Don't do this. My wife, my kids in that car. Drawers. Don't do this. He's screaming.
Now, you tell.
He was about to turn you into.
I want to see how smart you are. I've been violating him for 2 years. Violating him, calling him rats, snitches. He came up there 20 deep to get me, right? And he's telling me some word. What stopped him from fucking with me?
So
So this is Wack confirming they were up there 20 deep. So when this overt act from the wiretap, when he says that he wants to spank Wack, blah, 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 gets proven by this interview that it happened because Wack is saying he's 20 deep. They tried to violate me. What stopped them? Wack is giving a full breakdown. He's letting you know the who, what, the who, Big U, the what, they tried to spank me, the what, the when, was at the Novo, at the Novo show, the where, at the Novo. Why? Because I've been violating and running my mouth. How? They ran down on me 20 deep. He just gave it all up.
No, this is important. I'm about to give you this. Let me get to it. My interpretation of this, me personally, and bear in mind, my interpretation wasn't put out there. Adam hopped on the live and said, No. This is so crucial.
I want you to tell me.
Because I'm gonna get to mine. Mine's okay. Adam hopped on there and said Wack was begging for his life. I didn't say that. You put source on that. Adam put source on it.
I want you to tell me what you get from that.
This is what I'm trying to get to.
Why didn't he
I get to it is because you might not want to admit this. You had your blower.
Okay.
You're begging him not to kill him.
Now stop right there.
Right?
Like Clubhouse.
If I got my blower and you 20 deep with hoodies and I'm by myself, right? No begging to plead. That's when you really do it, right? What do you think my mentality was? For a dude not to approach me and you come to get me, and I jump out my car talking, what kind of
Think of a lie. Think of a lie. You got it. Think of a lie.
Conversation you think I'm having to make a dude say, don't nobody move.
I agree with you.
So now Wack is admitting to pulling out banger. No conviction. Got it. But in the same indictment, Big U is got it. Let's continue this. I'm gonna let y'all finish.
Now,
I feel like Blick talk.
I feel
third
like
y'all out there.
You probably was
Call
on that
third
Soulja
now.
Boy shit.
Now I'm
Let's shoot up
about to
and die.
expose something nobody ever knew.
Oh, shit.
So here it goes, right?
Ground zero,
I'm
man.
here.
That's what
All
I'm
of this is a part.
And now I'm about to open source report because this is again all mentioned in Big U's indictment, and this is why his overt act turned into an actual assault charge because of this clip right here.
Lot, right? I'm here. They walked down. They walked right past my car. They didn't even see me. When I seen them get here, I jumped out. Y'all looking for me? Right?
Shit.
They stopped. They back was to me. Y'all, I had everything I had, I could have dealt with everything in front of me. Now, what they didn't know is I'm talking to my team. Big U-Nim is here. Now watch this. Look, watch this. Big U-Nim is here. I'm here out the car. Third, who was here, and here?
You taking notes?
Hold on. Third, who in that parking lot when I'm confronting these 20 Crips was 20 to 30 feet in every direction and they didn't know it? All my homies was behind them.
That's new information.
Listen.
That's new information, man.
So listen, check this out. So when I'm letting you know, there's no need to beg nothing. What did I tell that fool? My home, they still don't know to this day that all my homies was positioned 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 6 o'clock. They didn't even see them. I'm talking to my homies in code, letting them know which way I'm gonna push them.
It does not sound like he's talking to the police with what we now know about Wack. With everything we now know about Wack, he says talking to code. I'm gonna say talking to police. Let's jump into this next one. Let me see. Hold on.
I said, nigga, ain't number 20 of y'all. I'm a down 3 of y'all.
And now he's letting them know, like Big U said in the indictment, like he says in Big U's indictment, 20 of them. There it is.
I just told him I'm gonna get off in 3s. Right? At that point, he knows if he getting off in 3s, when he go to 2s, he running out of it. These dudes right now to this day had no idea that they was ambushed. So why the you see, he said I was by myself, right? I wasn't by myself. All you got to do is pay attention to the 3 people who got off the stage with Kanye. Now let's do the math, dummies. The 3 dudes in red, does he look?
So now, let's get into this. Let me see something, because this woman has a pretty interesting story about Wack. Let me see. The timestamp is 34 minutes and 31 seconds. 34 minutes right here.
Okay. And you know, went and made sure I lawyered up and got lawyers and discussed, you know, the way that I'm gonna go after this. I let it be known. I'm going to file charges on this because, and it wasn't nothing about no cloud, it wasn't about nothing. I wanted my shit back. That was it. I really just wanted my shit back, and I need to let the police know this person robbed me. And I really just wanted my hard drives. You can have the red bottoms, you could have.
So she's saying that Tekashi set her up to get robbed, and Wack was the undercover in her case.
The expensive purse, you could have the money that was in there. You know, I just wanted my hard drives. So I flew back to New York a week later. I didn't tell nobody I was going. Me and my artist. Nobody knew I was going except for my family. Knew I was going to go back to New York and file these charges. So this where it gets interesting. I think I'm going to take my glasses off so y'all can see I'm telling the truth. This where I get interesting, world. So I fly back to New York the next week to go file the charges. I had been calling and, you know, trying to see if I could do it over the phone or over the internet. I just really needed a report number so maybe I can file with my insurance or something. I remember they would transfer me around. I'm like, I need to report a robbery. I need to report a robbery. I need to report a robbery. And the first thing, where did it happen at? Now, you know, New York has the tightest gun laws in the country. And they don't play down there, my story. So I fly back to New York. I need to fly back. So they gave me which precinct I need to go to and what I need to do. Get back to New York. I'm undercover. Go dip in. I go to the precinct. Talk to the lady at the front desk. Tell her who I was. I had been calling. This is what they told me to do. They take me upstairs to this room. Sit in the little police room. Right? Me and my wife. They have a still out statement. What happened? It was a white detective. First, he fill out a statement. He takes a statement. He says, stay right here. He come back with a big black man. Big buff-ass black man. Kind of mean. White dude's kind of cool. Black dude mean. Everybody plain clothes. Remind you that. They're not in suits. Police suits or suits. They all plain clothes. T-shirts, jeans. But they loud. They're police. Black dude, he don't read the statement. He said, come with me. We go to another room. We go, no lie. We go to a room. It's about 15 plain clothes. Women and men, plain clothes. They got all these computers linked up. That's what I walked into. Everybody thought it was a myth. The hip-hop police really exist. What? Me and Junior boy look at ourselves. I said, damn, look, it's the hip-hop police. He said, walk through and look at all these computers. Identify who robbed you. Every last one of these detectives, they got all the Tekashi 6ix9ine, them, all of them. They got all they got all these people. Now, mind you,
Now, when this came out, we would have thought that this lady was crazy, but after what we're witnessing and watching with WACK100, it actually, in fact, makes sense. And it was so unheard of and so obscure when these situations first started coming about that nobody really wanted to see them as what they were, which is the actual facts of the case and the situations. But now that we're watching this transpire and it's all come about, yeah, we're watching everybody get taken down off statements off social media. That is the one commonality in everybody who gets into a WACK100 is statements off social media being used to their detriment. Who has an issue with Durk? Wack, 6ix9ine, they all have problems with Lil Durk. Problems with Big U. Problems with this woman. Problem with the Armenians. It's just Munchie B is about to get himself in trouble dealing with Wack and talking too much on the internet. It's all statements off the internet coming back to bite people, and Wack's just pushing the narrative.
Never heard of Shotty. I'd only heard of Tekashi. I don't know him. I don't know nobody, none of these people. But I can remember who robbed me because it's stitched in my head, right? So they like walk through it. So they all got all these music videos and all these pictures and all this. Like, I'm going computer to computer. It's like, look at this. Look at that. I identified my robbers from all of that stuff. It was like, okay, fine, thank you. We're going to get back with you. Now, this is where it get good at. Guess who the black detective was that interviewed me?
A black detective that interviewed you.
The black undercover hip-hop police detective that interviewed me and took the case when I filed the charges on Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Black undercover detective.
Who shortly became his manager shortly after that. WACK100.
What?
WACK100.
Hold on. Okay, so you're saying...
I am saying WACK100 is a New York...
This came out 6 months ago. I'm inclined to believe this woman just based off the facts that look at the way this situation is going and look at the way the situation has been going. It actually does make sense to the person that we're talking about. At this point, we can't say it's a reach because WACK100's interview with 6ix9ine was just used in court against Lil Durk today. His interviews on No Jumper have been being used against Big U for quite some time now. We're watching this transpire over and over and over and over and over again. So at this point, I'm inclined to believe this woman.
He started out. He's the one who reported turned the case over to the feds. The case would have just been a case on somebody's desk that would have gotten caught up in millions of other that happened in New York. WACK100 is the detective that interviewed me when I made the report on Tekashi. He's the one that referred it over to the feds. And then that's where his promotion came in.
Hold on. So,
but why is that a lie? After everything we've seen, why is it a lie?
You're saying WACK100 was...
WACK100. WACK100. And I've said back all this time, flabbergasted. Now, mind you, let's do a pyramid.
Okay.
I've showed you where 56 is at. I've showed you Tekashi. I showed you DJ Academic. Academic, did nobody know who DJ Academic was until Tekashi 6ix9ine. Well, he got his clout off of Tekashi. He made his name off the.
He was doing a lot of Chicago stuff.
All right, so that's that. What else we got? What else we got?
And new at 4, the feds have brought new charges against a man known as Big U. He is accused of running a criminal enterprise in South LA while collecting millions of dollars in anti-gang money. Eugene Henley Jr. has been in federal custody for more than a year now. And prosecutors at this point say he tried to have a witness taken out. NBC4 investigative reporter Eric Leonard has been following this case since the beginning. He joins us live with an update. Eric.
Hi, Colleen. Well, federal prosecutors say this was a plot hatched from inside jail, where they say Henley was trying to pay other inmates to go after and attack a key witness. This allegedly happened last month while Henley was awaiting trial on conspiracy, racketeering, and fraud charges. This is Eugene Henley Jr. in a sketch from one of his initial appearances in federal court after he was arrested last year. Part of the initial case accused him of diverting public and donor money from his gang intervention programs and enriching himself. The feds say while he carried himself as a reformed gang leader working to prevent violence, in reality, he was still a shot caller on the streets, running a large criminal organization.
Mr. Henley operated Big U Enterprises, a mafia standoff
to pay 2 from behind or harm. New charge in 2022. Henley was involved in moving women across state lines for prostitution in 2022 and 2023, and that he filed a fraudulent application for a COVID-19 money to run anti-gang programs, abduction, and use. This is innocent news.
I'm trying to find the part about Future. That's what we want to see.
And new at 4, the feds have brought new.
Man. Boy, we got Big Dummy in the news today.
When we come to the thing, I say, we see you to get our flight. You was
Big Dummy still in jail. That stuff we all know. He Wack.
For you was Future old trick some money. So me tricking Big U was real close at the time, right? Hey, Future old bro some money. All right, trick in Detroit. Me and Big U on a red-eye flight to Atlanta. We coming through LAX. We coming through the security, putting our bag through the thing. Who we see on the other side? Future and the girl that's with the football player. Sierra. We see Future and Sierra. I say, bro, is that who I think it is? He looked. I said, yeah. I said, you take them. I got here. When we come to the thing, I say, hey, homie, you got that money for Trick? He take off run. I'm chasing on the dead homies through the Delta. He runs into a motherfucking terminal, and he runs into the thing, but it ain't hooked up to no plane. He left it.
Whoa, bro.
Wow. He runs into the terminal. True story.
Niggas start off just lying, though. Niggas say, what's the one bitch name? The singer bitch. His baby mama. Bro, you know Sierra's name, bro. Stop playing. Niggas is crazy, bro. Like, bro. And then, it don't even sound realistic at all, though. Like, you telling me you ran down on Pluto and Sierra? Oh, you's a bad motherfucker. Oh, this nigga crazy.
He told this.
All right, so that's that situation where Future is being brought up in this indictment, and I want to find, that's not actually the clip that I was looking for. Let me see. Actually, not the clip I was looking for.
Chris, you don't know what I'm talking about? Watch this news clip before we get into the paperwork.
Charges of solicitation for murder are filed against purported LA gang leader Eugene Henley Jr., better known as Big U. The U.S. Attorney's Office says the 59-year-old was charged yesterday with asking 2 fellow jail inmates to murder a witness in a pending racketeering case against him. Federal prosecutors say he's also allegedly linked to the 2021 killing of an aspiring rapper in Las Vegas. Henley's attorney has not.
2014, defendant Henley approached NDC. Now, I don't know if this means Future told some shit or it is some doggone footage or something, but I find this to be scary, spooky, and hilarious. So if you look at Future, right, the name that they gave him is Navadius Damon Wilburn, right? And it says who uses the stage name Future is an American rapper, singer, songwriter, and record producer, right? But when we start to go down and we start to look at it, his actual real name, Navadius Damon Cash, is his name. You see the difference? That's Future's name right there. So did he change it because this shit was going to come out? Did he make a report? Let's continue reading.
And again, this is just another example of where Wack is mentioning somebody's federal paperwork.
No, because we seen NDC, not NDW, NDC. Remember the difference. This is NDC right here. Still Future. So let's continue reading. In or around 2014, defendant Henley approached NDC, a Grammy-winning record artist, in order to collect money from a Detroit associate. In or around 2014, after NDC refused to pay and ceased answering defendant Henley's phone calls, defendant Henley and his associates committed violations against NDC and NDC's associates and security for failing to show respect and pay money. Overt Act number 38. In or around 2014, a few days later, defendant Henley and his associates stomped out NDC. Defendant Henley and a co-conspirator chased NDC through the Los Angeles International Airport in an attempt to further intimidate and collect money from NDC. Now, wait a minute, Sadie Nash. Didn't WACK100 say some shit about this a few years ago on Clubhouse? You know what? He sure did.
And that was being used against Big U in a Flammer Skulldugger's indictment. What do you say? What they're going to say is for content. Content is getting dudes. Bro, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And remember, y'all was saying, oh, Trap, you don't be liking nobody. You be cussing people out when they try to play with you for content. All those times they said that, I was tripping when I never let niggas play for content, when I took everything extra literal. Wise guy. Am I tripping or did I have everything right? Because now everybody who said that I was tripping got to look stupid because it looks like I was 100% correct on everything I said about everybody who I said it about.
Let's see if what they said about the Future situation happened the way that they said per Wack's words. So it's one of the two. And when this had happened, just understand this, Big U wasn't arrested. So let's set the table right because Wack ass might be grass.
Future old trick some money. So me tricking Big U was real close at the time, right? Hey, Future old bro some money. All right, trick in Detroit. Me and Big U on a red-eye flight to Atlanta. We coming to LAX. We coming through the security, putting our bag through the thing. Who we see on the other side? Future and the girl that's with the football player. Sierra. We see Future and Sierra. I say, bro, is that who I think it is? He looked. I said, yeah. I said, you take them. I got him. When we come to the thing, I say, hey, homie, you got that money for Trick? He take off running. I'm chasing the dead homies through the
No, anonymous one. We already went over that, bro. We already went over that part. We already went over Wack and 6ix9ine and academics being mentioned in Durk's trial today.
Oh, it runs into a motherfucking terminal and he runs into the thing, but it ain't hooked up to no plane. He left it.
Whoa, bro.
Right?
Wow.
He runs into the terminal, true story. Runs into the terminal, right? When he run into the terminal, he take his phone out, right? He know it can only go so far because what you gonna do? Jump onto the runway? That's a long drop down there, right? He throws the phone at me on speaker. All I hear is Stunner voice. He say, Wack, it's me, Stunner. Talk to me. I say, Stunner, I'm busy right now. He said, yeah, but I don't want you to be, nephew. What the going on? I say, oh, trick a bag, man. He can't be in our backyard. and he owe bro a bag. Either he gonna pay or he finna get up and then he gonna pay, right? Trick at home sleep. He don't know what's going on. He in Detroit, right? He say, Wack, my word to you, I pay the debt. Let him be. I got business with that man. I said, what? He said, Wack, this stunner talking to you. As your brother, leave him be. You got my word, whatever the debt is. Send me Trick, I pay him in the morning. On me. I'm giving you my word. I threw it back to fall. Trick got his wire. Damn.
And then y'all remember Big U actually responded to this story that was
And now Big U's being charged with this in an actual federal indictment
in LAX airport with WACK100. Nor did we run down on Future. Fact. I wish y'all would get it in y'all head. These people lie all day. 10% truth, 90% them. I hate how no matter what someone say about Big U, it's just true. When is the hate going to stop? I made one mistake. That was building a blank. And for that, B's and C's, I'm sorry. Big U won. So let's go off of what Wack said. Wack said that him and Big U seen Future. Big U basically stood by Sierra, and Wack, goddamn me, charged through the airport and was running through to find Future. Now, two things about this story. If you can't outrun WACK100 and you 6'2",
you deserve to get caught. If you can't outrun WACK100, you deserve to get caught.
When Wack is 5'3", I don't know what the hell wrong with y'all. Secondly, if WACK100 got you pent up in the corner, you supposed to just swing and thug it up right then and there. But thirdly, none of this shit implicates Big U in anything. If anything, it's an agreement that, hey, bro, this the homie. We cool. This is our shit. If you owe our homie, then shit. Hey, we gonna make sure we get it. But none of this shit is what they're saying in the damn report as far as any violence and all this shit. Trust me, if Wack would have did something wrong, I would have burned him. But in this instance, if anything, WACK100 ass better be glad he ain't in the feds, because what you just said was you did all this shit. It make it seem like Wack is the one running the show. Now, here's where I'm sorry to tell y'all this, the real shit happens.
Now, you know what? Let me just give you guys this last one from Sadie Nash. Let me give you guys this last little 1-2 step like Sierra.
One witness in the whole entire thing. June 10th, 2026. If you know that day, you know that day. Defendant Henley asked about the layout of a housing unit where Defendant Henley believed Victim 1 was located. And then on or before June 10th, 2026, Defendant Henley offered to pay 2 inmates to kill Victim 1 to prevent Victim 1 from testifying against Big U Enterprise members at trial. Notice of special sentencing allegation as part of the agreement to conduct and participate in the conduct of the affairs of the Big U Enterprise through a pattern of racketeering. On or about January 25th, 2021, Henley, with others known and unknown to the grand jury, unlawfully, intentionally, willfully, and deliberately, with the premeditation and malice aforethought, killed the victim, RW, in violation of Nevada revised statutes, sections 200.010, 200.030, and 195.020. Now, to summarize the 80-some plus page document that we did read, I could make this an hour-long video, but what's the point of that? Y'all really wanted to see about the Future shit, and y'all wanted to see what the hell happened. End of the day, the way that they're painting Big U is pretty damn bad.
But it's all based off flu, flammery, skullduggery, and larceny from a man who's mentioned, and at this point, we can continue to go, but we're already pushing up on an hour of this video on this particular subject, and I want to get into Mob James as he testified on Keefy D today. But that's how you see it, man. WACK100 is named in just multiple RICOs, just all across California. You feel me? He just is RICOing out. So with that all being said, man, right down to the left, you know, Red said, pray and be blessed.